World Wrestling Federation, namely from Roddy Piper, about Alfred, I guess it's hygiene he's been talking a lot about. In the case of what he claims, he being Roddy Piper, claims his bad breath on Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yes, and he also claims that he probably has the cure for that too. Knock his teeth out, something like that. What do you think?
Into the ring, Bobby the Brain Heenan leading Ravishing Rick Rude, and solemn looks on those faces, and I guess it's because this man no longer has the Intercontinental Championship. This man being Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Rude claims it's Roddy Piper's fault.
Well, if you look at it logically, I suppose you really could blame Roddy Piper. I could. Without any shadow of doubt, he definitely caused the downfall of this man, Rick Rude, who has a right to be somewhat angry with him.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, Springfield sweat hogs.
And some are quite proud of it, I might add.
Keep the noise down.
It's not everybody surely who can have a body like him.
And show the ladies what they really want to see. Hit the music.
Well, the concentration's there with that lady.
Yes, it looks like her mouth is a little dry at the sight of Rick Rude quenching her thirst.
Whoa! Some of the ladies really enjoying Ravishing Rick Rude. Now back to the fact of this man no longer having the Intercontinental title. And you seem to agree that Roddy Piper ended that?
Well, he was definitely instrumental, I would say, in diverting this man's attention. I'm not taking anything at all away from the Warrior, because I think the Ultimate Warrior is a tremendous wrestler, and he's a great champion. But I do believe that Rick Rude and Bobby the Brain Heenan, they have some valid points in their favor when they complain about Piper.
Roddy Piper is the last man in the world, Alfred, that I would want to get upset. But that certainly has its implications. But a confrontation between Ravishing Rick Rude and Roddy Piper. Wow, what a match that would be. All right, it's Paul Roma in this match against Ravishing Rick Rude. And look at Rude, he is wasting no time. He is a very unhappy man. He dumps him over the top rope right down to the feet of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
He certainly has a different intensity. Tony, look at Roma. He's been stung into action by that tremendous assault by Rude.
And with a series of drop kicks, Paul Roma trying to take matters into his own hands over the top of the sunset flip. Can he get him down? He moved out of the way. What a great move by Roma. Showing quickness, coming over the ropes, and being dumped again. This time hitting the top rope along the chest. And Ravishing Rick Rude with a great counter move that time on Paul Roma, who apparently was on fire.
And that was quickness showed by both men. Great speed and great ability. What a tremendous slam that was by Rude on Roma. And Roma's really showing signs of effects very, very early in this contest.
Hooking Roma up, possibly screaming about Roddy Piper. He has a one-track mind right now, and it's about Roddy Piper. He did not even want to pin the man, even though it appeared that Roma was kicking out. He is thinking about, well, I almost said Ravishing Rick Rude, Roddy Piper.
He is indeed. He's got Piper on the mind, and he better get that out of his mind at the moment with Paul Roma. Although that was a brilliant snap suplex that he performed there on Roma. And Roma, look at him. He's very, very dizzy. He's very giddy. He's got cobwebs in the head. And I would say right now, after that tremendous blow, that Roma could be beaten quite easily by Rick Rude.
Still screaming for Roddy Piper. In a very grim look, so to speak, to Ravishing Rick Rude. A lot of the fans are chanting for Roddy Piper as Rude explodes with a tremendous clothesline. Bobby the Brain Heenan with his approval on the mat.
You know, Tony, you really never know where Piper is. Piper could be close at hand any moment, and I'm sure a lot of that has got to do with the attitude that Rude is showing now. He's constantly shouting out, look at this Piper. Piper might be closer than he thinks.
Piper was always the type of athlete, always has been the type of athlete to kind of walk to a different drum. You never know what he is going to do next.
No, And boy, he'll track you down once he gets on your tail too. I certainly wouldn't like him pursuing me.
What gives them grit and determination
is also what moves us.
The best is yet to come, won't it be fine?
Roma not faring very well at all here against Rude. And this looks like a desperate attempt to make some sort of a comeback, and it is. It's desperation on the part of Roma.
And ravishing Rick Rude during this match is relentless on Paul Roma. Picking him up for a belly-to-back suplex. And ravishing Rick Rude, very confident, rolls over, and he could pin Roma right now, but he is, I guess, fit to be tied as to what has gone on. And he is just trying to make an example of Paul Roma.
Which he's doing, and that was excellent execution there on the part of Rick Rude with that perfectly high and well-balanced backward suplex. It was a delayed type suplex. They're the type that hurt you the most. And I believe now that Roma is practically unconscious, right out on his feet. And maybe it won't be long before Tim White, our referee, calls a halt to this particular match.
Screaming, come on, Piper, grabbing the sides of the mouth of Roma, trying to pull him apart. Boy, this man is almost possessed with Roddy Piper.
He is indeed, and Roma's feeling the wrath of that anger and that ire. It's nothing to do with Roma, but Roma should try and concentrate more on this match. He should have done his homework and known what sort of mood Rude was in. He may have been able to take advantage of that.
Listen to him and look at ravishing Rick. I don't think there's any questions. We are at the early formations here, Alfred, of a small war between ravishing Rick Rude and Roddy Piper.
Well, Rude is obsessed, absolutely obsessed. He believes that Piper, probably rightly so, is responsible for his demise as a champion, and he certainly means to take it out on Piper at the first opportunity.
Rude not wanting to pin Roma again. Just getting up.
And Roma positively lethargic now. The Rude awakening here.
Here it comes. Once again, nicely applied. He just beat Paul Roma around the ring until he was ready. He being Rick Rude. Let's get the word.
Here is your winner, Ravishing Rick Rude.
And you know, usually there's a smile on that man's face after a victory. There's no smile on the face right here.
No, he showed dominance all the way through that match. He never gave Roma a chance. He was very, very intense from the moment he came into the ring. There was no hilarity at all about him. That was a business-like performance by Rick Rude, and Roma paid the price.
I'm always ready, Bobby. Before I bring down this lady, I want everybody to hold on to their seats. You stand here and relax, because Hollywood eats your heart out. I've got you the greatest looking lady to the Rude Awakening anybody's ever seen. Bring her on down.
Well, he's had some really good-looking goals.
Whoa.
That is a nice pair of legs there, if I may be permitted to say that. What a lovely girl, my word. She is a beautiful girl.
And this girl apparently ready for the Rude Awakening. Oh, my goodness.
Are you ready for the Rude Awakening? Hold
Sure
on,
is.
sweetheart. I have something for you. Enjoy yourself.
And Rude looks like he's going to enjoy himself, too.
Turn around once. Turn around.
Well, Rude really likes the thought of
That's
this.
for you.
She's a lovely girl. She's one of the best we've ever seen in the ring with him, Tony. The little ceremony.
Whoa!
We have another winner.
Well, she doesn't seem to be succumbing.
She didn't go to the mat. She's just standing there.
And that's a sort of a smirk on her face. I've never seen this before, Tony.
Relax. This is Ravishing Rick Rude. He's not going to hurt you.
I guess she is nervous.
Relax.
I can
Enjoy.
understand that. 25,000 people here.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh, yeah.
This one is really planted on this lady. She doesn't like it. She's walking away. Wiping her mouth and look at Ravishing Rick Rude. The lady just wiped her mouth and walked right out of the ring. Fans love it, and Ravishing Rick Rude right now.
Oh, my
Beside himself.
Oh, he doesn't like that at all. Everything is going wrong for him. And that lovely lady just walked away and left him standing there. Now, that's a dreadful feeling.
And the Brain.
On your hands and knees, it'll be too late.
The Brain is irate also. Ravishing Rick Rude, look at it. Holding his hand, you can tell that this man doesn't know what to do next.
Well, he doesn't. There was no conquest there for him. He may have beaten